Starting with the session. In the last lab, I have given you the one of the practical to perform. And that practical was write a program to find out the distance traveled by this equation. How many of you have performed it? How many of you have performed that practical? Whoever has done that practical, just show me the code in the chat box and share it to everyone. I want everyone's answer. How many students have performed it? The persons who have done, share it your code to everyone. Then we'll discuss. Don't download this, just copy paste over here if you can. Okay, no problem. Any other than Kunal who has completed the code? Or I should ask anyone randomly? Raj, Rishi, Govind, Sonu Kumar, Rahul, Nitish, Roshan. Next time I won't allow this. Okay, so I'm sharing this code. The question was that you need to find out the distance traveled by the equation distance equals to ut plus at raised to 2. The formula was already given to you. The only thing you need to do is to implement those formula by taking the user inputs. What are the input you need to have? That is u, t, and a. Distance is a result variable. So everything I have given into the integer, then entering the value of u, entering the value of t, and entering the value of a from user. Then I have simply done the I have implemented the equation as per the formula. The formula was u into t, so that is u into t plus a into t raised to 2. So this is what I have done is I have taken the power function, that is the maths function. So t power 2, so that is t raised to 2, and we'll get the distance traveled. Executing the program. I'm giving u equals to 50, time equals to, time is in hours, so I'm giving it as 2 hours. Value of a, I'm giving it as 12. So distance traveled is 148 kilometers from the given data. I hope everyone is clear. If you have any doubt, just let me know. So this power is a maths function. So I have included the maths.h file over here, because when you are using some of the functions from the other library, you need to include that library in your program with #include math.h. So if you have any doubt, just let me know. Else we can move to the next program. Okay. I am assuming that anyone is not having any doubt. Yes, Kunal, we need to include math.h as we are using the power function that has been stored in the maths library. To use any of the maths function, inbuilt functions given into the library, you need to include math.h. So the question of Kunal was, it is necessary to include math.h? The answer is yes, because we are using the maths function. Any of the inbuilt function we are using it, then we have to include its library file into our program. Now, what will be the issue if I'm not including the math.h? This power function will not work. So it is compulsory to. The question of Kunal is that we can also write t into t, but every time whenever the power is given, what will you do? Means there could be t power 132, 138, so that many times you need to multiply t. So they have simply given you this function, then why not to use the function and do this do this many times? So what if it is above 100, or what if it is in the 2-digit? Means after 20, will you multiply t star t till 20 times? So better to use the function. And Kunal, whatever question you are asking, just ask into share it to everyone. Don't directly message me, so that everyone can know what you are asking. Sorry. Moving on to next. The next is 13 till 12th program we have completed in the last session, right? So starting with the 13th program, to prepare a pay slip using the following data. They have given you some of the formulas of how you need to create a pay slip for an employee. So how this pay slip is created? You would have the basic salary and then you have to find its gross income, gross salary, and you need to find out the net salary. So they have given you the formulas that DA. These are the allowances. This is dearness allowance. HRA is the house rent allowance the company is providing to the employee. Then MA is the medical allowance, that is 300 rupees they have given. Then the PF, provident fund, that has been eliminated from the that has been calculated from the salary, that is 12.50% of the basic salary. And after that, after all this data given to you, you have to calculate the gross income and the net income of the employee. So I am giving you the logic how you need to calculate, and this program you have to do right now within the 10 minutes I'm giving to you. And I want everyone's answer and everyone's participation, else I won't count the attendance today. So what they have said is, you need to take you need to make the pay slip of an employee, right? So what you have to do is, you have to take the user input as the basic salary of the employee. Now you all are aware of how you have to take the user input. You have to use the scanf function to take the user input. The next thing is, they have given the DA. DA is equals to 10% of the basic So what is the DA will be? DA equals to 10%. I'm converting into the fraction. So 0.10. I'm converting into the fraction. So it will be 10 by 100. So it will be 0.1 of basic, means into the basic salary. Then the next is given is HRA. HRA is equals to 750 of basic, right? So 7.50. 7.50% of basics. So what would be the HR? I'm converting again 7.50 into 100. So that is 0.075. MA they have directly given to us is equals to 300. Then the provident fund they have given, that is 125, sorry, 12.5. PF is equals to 12.50 of the basic. So that is PF is equals to 0.125 into basic. So after calculating this, I have to calculate the gross income and the net salary. So gross will be, gross is equals to basic plus DA plus HR plus MA. So the basic plus DA plus HRA plus MA, and the net is equals to gross minus PF. So I have already given you what you need to do in the program. So just implement this program in the C language. And I'm giving you 10 minutes. That you understand now that HRA will come in the multiplication of basic. Okay, done now. I'm giving you 10 minutes. Everyone perform this practical and then let me know if it is done or not, or if any error is coming, then let me know. Everyone, please perform the practical. If you are getting any error, just let me know in the chat box.
होगा चार्ट प्लीज.
Anybody is done with the task? Declaring the variable, dear, you have to take it as a variable. I can say that basic, the salary, basic salary, you need to declare it as only one variable you need. Sorry, not one. You need to declare each and every variable. So, integer, basic, as the salary is always in the numbers, not the decimal numbers. Okay. Then the DA and that all into float. So float DA, comma, HRA, comma, MA also it's given. So I don't think we need any variable as a float. Because salaries are never in point. Yes, so we can take it as every variable as a integer. MA, DA, HRA. Then they have said as the other variables net, comma, gross. Now I hope you know how to declare the variable. You can declare one by one variables using comma. So these are all the variables. If anyone is done with the program, just let me know. I can ask anyone to share their code. So all must be performing their task properly. Yes, Kunal. Is there any doubt, Kunal? Yes, speak up, or else you can type in the chat box. Unmute yourself and speak up. Hmm. I have unmuted. Unmute yourself. Speak up, Kunal. Okay, whatever the error or any doubt is there, you can write it in the chat box, or else you can unmute yourself. Share the full error. Have you declared MA as a variable? Be careful with the uppercase and lowercase. Okay, good. Copy paste your program over here in the chat box so that everyone can know. Other than Kunal, who have finished performing their program? Very good. Perfect. Rishi, have you done your program? What is the error, Rishi? Send your error in the chat box and do not directly message me. Share it to everyone. Okay, Rohan. Done. I think you have done this bracket while declaring the variables. You can just directly declare without taking the brackets over here, and after declaring the variables, just put a semicolon. Remove the brackets means float, then the bracket, remove it, and at the end add the semicolon. And then show me your code so that if there is any error, I can find it out. Rishi, Roshan, and Kunal. Any other have performed the practical? Ajit, Saurav Kumar, then Raj, Govind, Vipin, Rahul, Nitish Kumar, Vikas, then Ayub, then Sushil, Om, Kevin, Raj Kishore. What are you all doing? Raj, I hope you have not copy paste anyone's program. What is the output you are getting? Just send me the output. What are you taking it as a basic? And Raj, I am asking to you that share your output too. And even Rishi, very good. You have declared the variable as NT, and in the printf statement you have written as a net, and even you have not even in the formula also you have written as NT, and in the printf statement NET. So the error will come over here that NET is not declared variable, as the calculation you have performed that is in NT variable. So you have also copied from anywhere? Okay. Then if it is your typing mistake, then in the program you will get the error over here that NET is not a declared variable. So correct the error. Still you have not corrected the error. You have done NET over here while calculating it. So in the declaration also you have to write that as NET, not NT. In the second line where you are declaring the variable as float, there you have written NT. Do it as NET. Okay, done. Anyone else? Raj, what you have taken as an input basic value? Now I am also sharing my program. Just check if anyone is getting any error. I'm sorry. So this is my program. If anyone is getting any error, then just let me know. I have shared my program too, so you can check it out. The participants are getting less. Whoever is leaving and coming back, their attendance won't be marked. So ask them to attend properly or else don't attend. Okay, moving on to the next. Next is write a C program to read numbers between 1 to 7 and print relatively day from Sunday to Saturday. Means they have asked that you need to take the user input in between the range of 1 to 7. And if they will enter 7, means you need to print Saturday as an output, that the day of week in that number. So what would be the input? Input will be any number from 1 to 7, and the output will be day of week related to that number. For example, my input is 2, then the day must be Monday. So the output will be Monday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. So this program we need to do with the switch case. So giving you the basic intro of the switch case syntax. So that is switch. For the switch case, the keyword is switch, expression, or else any variable that you need to take, curly brackets, then case 1. What in the if else statements we were doing, that if else ladder was there where we were checking multiple conditions. Even this program can be implemented with the if else statement, that I can say that n is equal 1, then it is Monday, n equal 2, then it is Tuesday, n equal 3, then it is Wednesday. But to get you clear with the other conditional statements, we need to use switch case. Switch case is easy. rather than the if else condition. So what the if else condition says about the case 1. So the case name, that can be anything. So case 1, so it will check the expression. If expression means in the variable, if the value is 1, then printf it is Sunday, as they have given the week from Sunday to Saturday. Then break. Why break? If the first condition is true, then it won't execute the other steps below it. So break. Break is means you are returning to the you are going out from the switch case. You are returning to the main state, main function. So the break statement. Case 2, same as case 3. And the multiple cases we can take. And the last is default. In default, you can write anything. Means, for example, for this question, for this program, I can say that the values after 8 is the invalid input. So I can write it as default printf invalid input. Anyone is having any doubt till now? This is the syntax of switch case. That switch keyword is used for switch case. Over here, the expression or the variable you need to run the switch case. Then the multiple cases that you need to check it out for. Yes, I'm repeating. For using the switch case in your program, you have to declare switch case with the switch keyword. Then the expression, that could be your any of the variable. Then the cases that you need to check the condition for. Same as in if else condition, we were giving in the brackets the condition. In the same way, over here the conditions are declared as a case. So case 1, case 2, case 3, and at the last, default case. So now I am implementing the switch case into our program. So what is the program for? Print day of week respected to the given number in the input. Okay. The basic structure will be including our library file stdio.h, Then the main function, integer main, curly braces. Now what we need as an input? So I need an integer number, or I can say day. So giving the user a message to give the input as a number. So enter the number of days of week in between 1 to 7. So I hope everyone is, my screen is visible to you properly. Okay. So now the scanf statement, scanf double quotes %d as it is integer, comma, %, day, semicolon. Please don't forget semicolon. Now switch case, that is day, I am taking as my variable and will be checking which. If day is given as 1, then printf Sunday break. Case 2, printf Monday break. Case 3, printf Tuesday. Don't forget to write the break after every case. If you won't write the break, once the condition is true, if this condition gets true, that the day is 1, then all these cases after that will be executed. So what will break do is, if this second condition is true, and it will execute this print, it will execute it and print Monday as an output, then break. So what will break do is, break will directly go to the statement return 0, or the any other statements after the switch case that will be executed. Case 4, printf, that is Wednesday case 5, that is Thursday case 6, that is Friday. And the last case, that is 7, that is Saturday. And the default case, that is optional, but printf what is the default? I need to give the user that the value entered is invalid. So done with the switch case. Anybody is having any doubt? Then let me know. Then I am entering as 5. So it is Thursday. So we can check it out that the 5, yes, the 5 was Thursday. So the output was Thursday. Anybody is having any doubt in the switch case statement? Sorry. Any doubt, student? Can I move further? Okay. So the next program is to write a C program to find out the maximum and minimum of number from given 10 numbers. So what the question says about is you have to give the 10 numbers as an input and your output will be the largest number from 10 numbers and the smallest from 10 numbers. So to take the input 10 numbers as an input, we need to use the loop statements. So how many are the loop statements? For loop, while loop, and do while loop. Are you all aware about the loop statements? Students? Are you all aware about the loop statements? So the basic syntax. Okay. So there are 3 loop statements. The first is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Coming to the for loop, syntax is initialization, then the test condition, and increment or decrement. So how the for loop statement is written for the program is, first of all, initialization. What do we initialize in the C? That is variable. So I'm taking one variable. Of course, that should be declared before writing the loop statement. So the variable, so that is initialization. I'm initializing the variable with the 0. Then the test condition. What would be the test condition is that how many times I want to execute my loop statement. So executing the loop statement means, for example, over here we have given is you need to take the 10 numbers as an output. So how many times my loop will be executed? If I'm starting from 0, then it will be executed as 0 to 9 times. So the condition will be I should be less than or equal to 9, or I can say I should be less than 10. And the update statement, that is increment or decrement. So I plus plus or I minus minus. As over here we have started the loop from 0. So we need, and we have to go till 10. So what I need to use is I plus plus to every time increment my I till it gets to 10. So how this statement is executed? So for the for loop, over here there will be the body statements. So how the for loop works? Once your I is once your I is initialized 0, it will check whether the I is less than 10 or not. If the condition is true, the statements over here in the block of 4, means in between the curly braces, will be executed. Once these statements are executed here, it will go with the I plus plus. Once this statement is executed, it will update the I with increment or decrement. Now what will happen next? So I is incremented, so I will be as 1. Then it will check the test condition. 1 less than 10, again it will execute the same statements. Why we are using loop? To execute one statement multiple times. As if I need to take the 10 numbers from the input. Till now what we were doing is that we will write the 10 times printf and scanf statement. So what will be the use of loop? That over here I will write printf, enter number, and scanf %d, comma, number, that is %. So writing it 10 times that please enter the number, please enter the number, I can just write it into the loop for once and it will execute till 10 times. So making your code easy and the decreasing number of lines, we can use loop statements when we know that this thing is going to be executed multiple times. To execute something multiple times, we can use the loop statements. So what will the loop do is, loop will execute this body part of the loop between the curly braces till my condition doesn't get false. Now, anyone is having any doubt till now what I have taught? Shall I repeat again? Okay. Why the looping statements are used? Looping statements are used to execute something multiple times in your code. And you don't need to write it multiple times. You can place it in the loop and it will itself execute till the condition gets false. So there are how many loop statements? So there are 3 loop statements: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. First of all, going with the first loop statement, that is for loop. So what are we needed? What is the syntax of for loop actually? So for, then the initialization portion, then the condition, that how many times you want to execute this loop, then increment or decrement statement. So for example, if I need to take the input from user 10 times, means I want the 10 numbers from the user, that what I will do is, I will keep that thing in the for loop. I need to write it just once and it will execute it 10 times. So what I have done is, I have initialized my I with 10 with 0. Then I have kept the condition else I less than 10. Why I less than 10? Because I have initialized it with 0. If I'm going to initialize with 1, then I need to write it as I less than or equal to 10, and then increment or decrement. Once this condition will get true, it will execute the block of for loop inside the curly braces, and this, after executing this block, it will increment the I. So once again, I will be equal to 2. It will be of course less than and equal less than 10, and then plus plus, then 3, then 4, and then it will go to 10. Once it is 10, it will execute it, and then it will be incremented over here, that is 11. So 11, the condition will be false and it will be out of the for loop. Anybody is having any doubt? Anyone is having any doubt? Okay. Sorry. So what is the program about? The program is about to find out the maximum and minimum number from the given 10 numbers. So the program is about find the maximum and minimum from given 10 numbers. Okay. So what will be our input as our input variables? Can anybody say me what will be the input variables? Can anyone just say me what will be the what will be our input variables? Anyone? First of all, what we need as an input? The 10 numbers from n0 to n10. Okay. What if I am declaring just one variable as that is number, then loop variable I, and then other variable as large, matlab max and mean. So the beauty of loop is that you don't need to declare the variables from n0 to n10. It will take the when in loop I am going to use this variable, it will store each and every value in the number variable. So what I am doing is I am going to take first number from the user. So printf double quotes enter first number, then scanf %d comma %. I have taken it as number variable, and then I'm initializing my max and mean with the same number. That will be our first number. So max is equals to number and mean is equals to number. Then I am taking the for loop for taking the other 9 numbers from the user and checking which is the minimum or maximum number from the whole 10 numbers given an input. So for I am initializing I as 1, then the conditional state condition I less than or equals to 9 and I plus plus brackets printf enter other numbers, then scanf %d comma m% number. The each and every number will be stored in the num variable only, because we are using it in a loop. So we do not need to define from n0 to n10. Then for checking that whether the number entered is greater than is larger or is minimum or is maximum. So I'm taking an if condition. It will check whether my number is greater than the maximum number or not. Over here, the maximum number will be the first number from the 10 numbers, as I have initialized it before the loop statement. So what I am checking here is the number entered is greater than max or not. Or not, right? So this is the first condition. So if the number is greater than the previous max, then what I have to do is I have to initialize the max is equal to that number. Now, another if condition. What is that if condition is? You have checked whether the number is maximum or not from the previous number. Now what I need to check, whether the number is minimum from the maximum number or not. So what I am checking is number less than mean. So if number will be less than mean, then I have to initialize mean. Means I have to update mean with that number, because the number is less than the mean, means the number will be minimum than the given number. Now is my voice clear to you? So over here what we are checking is whether the number is minimum from the previous number, whether the given number is minimum from the previous number or not. If it is minimum, means it is less than the previous number, then we have to update the minimum variable. Coming out from the loop will be at the end, what will print is the our output, that is maximum from given 10 numbers is comma max. And the other printf statement for printing the minimum number. Slash n, because I want the next printf statement in the new line. So minimum numbers from the given 10 number is comma mean, the variable name where we have stored the minimum number. Return 0. Um, every time it is not necessary to write else if or the else statement. We can also write only if. It depends on what kind of conditions you need to check. So I have taken here multiple if. You can also take else if condition over here, but that is not needed. And it is always not necessary to write else after every if statement. You can use it as if only if statement also to check any single condition. Now I'm executing this program. Unexpected means I have forgotten somewhere the semicolon. Again executing it. Now the first number I am entering it as 10, means the first number I am entering will be initialized as the maximum and minimum both. The 10 will be in the both minimum and maximum. Next, enter other numbers. So I'm entering it as 12, 1, 5, 15, 17, 18, 9, 7, 4. There is some error. They haven't printed the max and mean. Yes, percentage D. Thank you for correcting me. So again, I am okay. 12, 1, 15, 14, 4, 5, 9, 18, 10, 11. So maximum from the given 10 number is 18, and yes, it is 18, and the minimum from given number is 1. So everybody is clear about it? Okay, moving on to next. So next is write a C program to input an integer number and check whether the last digit of number is even or odd. So what is the question says about? Question is about that I am entering one number, that is number is equals to 126. I need to check whether the last digit of the number means 6 is odd or even. So what would be the logic over here? Can anyone tell me what would be the logic over here? Yes, exactly. Exactly. If the number is divisible by 2, then the last digit will be even, and if the number is not divisible by 2, then the last digit will be odd. So now your time starts now. I'm giving you 10 minutes and you have to perform this program. Whatever is written over here, if the number is divisible by 2, then it is even, else it is odd. So what will you have to do is you have to take integer number, your variable. Then you need to check if condition. If your number is divisible by 2, if your number is divisible by 2, so what will be the condition for the divisible? Means we need the remainder, and remainder should be 0. So for getting the remainder, which uh, which of the operator we will be using? That is the modulus operator. So the number divisible by 2 is equal to 0, then the number is even, else odd. So I have given you the logic and your time starts now. Perform this practical and then let me know if you are getting any error or if it is done. So this is the so I have given the logic. Perform it by yourself, as it is simple if else condition you need to do it. Let me know once you are done with the practical. if anyone is having any doubt in the logic, or if you are getting any error, just let me know.